students, good evening. This is Deepak Kumar, and today I'm here to talk about one activity that is scheduled on 31st of this month, that is 31st of October 2020. The activity is about reflections on case studies, where we'll give you some cases and we'll intend to know your reflections on those case studies. My dear students, date of the competition is 31st of October 2020. Last date of submitting your name is 27th of this month. Now, let me give you the definition of case studies according to Merriam-Webster dictionary, the famous American dictionary. Case study, a published piece of writing about a person, group or situation that has been studied over time. Dear students, you can speak on more than one case study. If you feel like studying on more than one case study, you can speak on that. Right, dear? Okay. Now let me give you some of the examples of cases, and you will have to speak on the cases that I'm providing you right now. Let's start. David is in the state of refusal to acknowledge or admire any belief system or ideas of another person's religion, culture and traditions. Give your reflections to motivate him to change his mindset. Okay, dear, you will have to speak about your reflections to change his mindset. The second case. Indian society is predominantly patriarchal. There are stringent gender roles, with women having a passive role and husband an active dominating role. Marriage and motherhood are the primary status roles for women. Give your reflections on this. So my dear student, this is the second case on which you will have to give your reflections. Right, dear? Talking about the next case, you found that some young children react rebelliously, aggressively, and then commit suicide in an attempt to escape punishment. Give your reflections to improve their aggressive behavior. As a student, you must have experienced or you must have shown your own aggressive behavior in front of your parents, so you can better speak on this. Right, dear? Next. It is a truth universally acknowledged that love is one among intrinsic values of human. Love marriages do not violate values, even they strengthen values by projecting their convictions in basic human values. But love marriages are criticized and reprimanded by most of the elders, especially in the society. They don't like love marriages. Give your reflections on this. Right, dear? You need to speak why love marriages are reprimanded and criticized in the society. Right, dear students? Next is, every life by virtue of being a human life is equal in value. No matter how young, old, weak or poor a man may be, his life is just as worthy of respect and protection as any other. But in our society, only affluent people are respected. Reflect upon the above statement. My dear students, you must have experienced in the society, only affluent people, they are respected. So you need to speak about this. Next is, mobile phone addiction and psychological distress among Indian adolescents. The mediating role of rumination and moderating role of the capacity to be alone. Reflect upon the above case study. My dear, at the present juncture, this COVID-19, you must have learned how to stay alone at home without your friends, right, dear? Without going into schools, without going into market, without going into any public gatherings. You must have learned the skill to survive. You must have learned the skills to be happy when you are alone. So you need to speak about this, your reflections. Right, dear? Next. This is about cybercrime. Rajesh, a resident of Ambala Mukhu, runs an internet cafe at Sintita. After befriending a Mumbai-based software engineer through chat, Rajesh posed as Renuka and used a voice converter to disguise his voice. Cheated the engineer and later snatched a lot of money from him. Reflect your understanding on the case. My dear, see, cybercrime is very much prevalent these days. So as a student, you all the time you must be busy in studying using internet because of augmenting your skills, augmenting your knowledge. So you need to also take care. You need to use these resources in a better way, so that you may not fall into these kind of traps. Right, dear? Now, if you talk about how your performance will be judged on these parameters. Let us talk about the rubrics on which your performance, your articulations will be judged. The first is ideas reflected, 4 marks. The next is your confidence, that will be of 3 marks. And the last point is your language. Under language, your pronunciation, your fluency, all these things, your grammatical, your sentence structure, all these things will come under this language. So that will be of 3 marks. So total will be of 10 marks. My dear students, I hope you will actively participate in this competition. This is very interesting one. And if you have any problem, any doubt regarding the competition, you are free to interact with me anytime. Okay, dear. So hope you will definitely participate in this competition. Okay, dear. Thank you very much.